All right. As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, I am not at school today. I have a meeting. I will be there tomorrow to go through all this for our quiz on Thursday. All right. Our target for today is to find areas and missing dimensions of trapezoids. In our bell work, Kiana has a bay window in her room. The window seat is in the shape of a trapezoid. She needs to measure the seat in order to sew a cushion for the seat. The blue trapezoid in the diagram below represents the dimensions of the window seat. This is diagram 1. Okay. We're going to use this diagram to describe the relationships between trapezoids and rectangles. For our trapezoid, our first base, base 1, is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units. Base 2 is 1, 2, 3. Our height is 1, 2, 3 units. For the rectangle, if you look, our height is still going to be 3. Our length is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different units. What I want you to do right now is take a look at these two sets of numbers. These two sets of numbers. What relationships can you see between those two sets of numbers? I want you to pause the video right now, go through, fill in these next two questions. What is the relationship between the measures of the rectangle and the measures of the trapezoid? Then, how is the area of a trapezoid related to the area of a rectangle? Ready? Go. Okay. The relationship between the measures of the rectangle and the measures of the trapezoid. The trapezoid's two bases add up to the total length of the rectangle. Two bases add up to the total length. Oop, I can spell properly. Whee! And so with that, also our height is the same. Now, just like we talked about yesterday, the area of our rectangle is double that of the area of our triangle, as long as they're congruent. So that means that our trapezoid's area is half that of a rectangle, half that of our total rectangle. So now let's talk about formulas. The area, capital A, of a trapezoid is 1/2 the product of the height h and the sum of the bases 1 and 2. So it's 1/2 times the height times the sum of base 1 plus base 2. So let's take a look over on the other side. A trapezoid has two bases, b1 and b2. The height of the trapezoid is the distance between the bases. The two bases are parallel. Remember field goal. They will always be the same distance apart. The height is the perpendicular distance between the two bases. Remember perpendicular, we have our plus sign is perpendicular. We have our 90-degree mark within there. So when finding the area of a trapezoid, it is important to follow the order of operations. The bases are to be added before multiplying by 1/2 the height h. So when we find the area of our trapezoid, we go with capital A equals 1/2 times 7 times 5 plus 12. So order of operations, parentheses first, A equals 1/2 times 7 times 17. So you have A equals 1/2 of 119. So our area is 59.5, 59.5 inches squared. In our second example, we have A equals 1/2 times 9.8 times 7 plus 12. As we're looking through, we do 7 plus 12. So we have 9 8/10 times 19, which is 186.2. So our area is 1/2 times 186 2/10. Which we get our area is 93 1/10 meters squared. All right, I want you to pause the video right now. Go through and try A, B, and C. Try A, B, and C. Pause it now and go from there. All right, our formula for the first one is A equals 1/2 times 8 times 11 plus 14. So we have A equals 1/2 times 8 times 25. Area is half of 200, which our area is 100 centimeters squared. Set it up. A equals 1/2 times 4 times 2.5 plus 4.8. Capital A equals 1/2 times 4 times 7.3. Keep it going. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 0.3 is 1.2. 28 plus 1.2 is 29.2 times 1/2 equals 14 6/10 meters squared. It's just following that pattern. Get it right, get it in there, go from there. All right, C, our area is 1/2 times our height, which is 0 3/10, times 1 plus 1/2. So we're at A equals 1/2 times 0.3 times 1.5. So we have 3/10 times 1.5, and that equals 0.45. And half of that is 0 225 thousandths feet squared. Double check your work, see where you may have made mistakes, and then we can move on to finding the missing height of our trapezoid. All right, finding the missing height has a formula as well. Our height equals 2 times our area divided by base 1 plus base 2. So if our area is 108 square feet, we don't know what our height is. We know we have to multiply our area times 2, and we have to divide it by 12 plus 15. So our next step is 2 times 108, which is 216, divided by 27. 216 divided by 27 equals 8. So our height is 8 feet. Pause it and try these problems. Remember, use the formula and fill in the specific areas. So pause it now. All right, our height is our unknown. So we have 24 square feet times 2 divided by 4 plus 12. So we have 24 times 2, which is 48, divided by 16. And 48 divided by 16 equals 3. So our height is 3 centimeters. Set up your formula. H equals 2 times 21 divided by 2 plus 5. We have 42 divided by 7, which is 6. So our height is 6 centimeters. So when we're talking about finding our area in our example here, we have 1/2 of the height, which is 51, times our base 1 plus base 2. So we have 1/2 of 51 times 64. 51 times 64 is 3,264. This is going to be a tougher problem. 1/2 times 3,264, which is 1,632 square miles. All right. Now I want you to go through your problem-solving practice, then straight to your homework practice and your challenge practice. Remember the height formula, and remember your formula for finding the area of a trapezoid. All right. If you finish early, you may silently read or work on BuzzMath. Make sure you double check your answers on the answer key.